We have a health problem nowadays, and we're talking at the societal level, and that's too much body fat. Now, I'm not talking about that everyone should have a six-pack and have extremely low body fat levels, but too many people carry so much body fat it impacts their health. And not all of them seem to be obese or weigh that much, but they'll still have too much intra-abdominal fat, too much fat around their organs inside. And that becomes an issue because when you carry too much body fat, it greatly increases the risk of all these diseases of aging and civilization: high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, arrhythmia, other cardiac problems, type 2 diabetes. Arthritis becomes worse because you have to actually carry more weight. And there's some very simple reasons why we have this problem in modern industrialized societies. We eat too much, so we get too many calories. We eat the wrong foods, too many unhealthy foods, not enough healthy foods. And at the same time, we're not moving very much because we've become sedentary. We're not forced to move all the time because we don't have hard physical labor. Combine that with stress and a lack of sleep, and no wonder too many people have an issue. So part of what we have to look at is how can we create some easy solutions to that? What can you do that will work for you in your life the way it is? There are quite a few reasons why we have this problem, why you might have this problem. First of all, there's plenty of food available, it's cheap. And usually the easily available cheap food's not very healthy, it's not satiating, so you can overeat without registering you've had way too much to eat. It's full of fat of the unhealthy kind, full of added sugar, refined carbohydrates that aren't very satiating. On top of that, we don't move very much, so it's really hard to get calorie expenditure under control. And it might be hard, or at least you might think that it's hard or find it problematic to actually get hold of healthy foods and cook them from scratch because you don't think you have the time, or you don't think you have the skills, you don't know how to cook it. Combine that with stress. When you're stressed, you're much more likely to choose unhealthy foods, and you're also much more likely to overeat because you can't really feel appetite and hunger in the moment. Sleep deprivation, and a lot of people, you might be one of them, are not getting enough sleep, and a lack of sleep will actually reduce your willpower to zilch, nothing, zero. In which case, all these unhealthy foods that you might know are not good for you, you don't have much resistance when they're offered to you or when they're available, and so you end up eating them. So that in combination leads to a situation where many people, maybe you're one of them, are struggling with what to eat and how to control what they eat and end up with too much body fat. Not cosmetic body fat in excess, but body fat to the extent that it actually causes poor health, decreases quality of life, and shortens lifespan. And we do need some solutions for that. Now, in my ideal world, I'd love for everyone to be able to cook from scratch, grow their own vegetables, breed their own animals, but that's not possible for everyone. And therefore, sometimes we also need some easy solutions or tools that at least can get you going and make it work in your everyday life for a start. Another problem apart from too much body fat is a lack of energy. I'm not speaking about a lack of calories, because potentially there's plenty of energy. So you might have lots of energy stored here, but still you don't feel that energy. It's not available. And no wonder that's sort of issues there. Too much food of the wrong kind, no exercise, too little sleep, too much stress. They'll all contribute to you feeling out of energy. And if you don't have any energy, how can you actually find the resources to change your lifestyle, to become healthier, just to have more fun and get more done? That's going to be a challenge. So imagine if there are tools or ways, tricks that can help you get some of that energy faster. So you can actually have the energy to exercise, to choose better foods, and just to choose more in life. What would that mean for you? Imagine if you were given an additional hour or 2 hours a day, or just another half an hour where you actually have energy so you can choose, you can perform and do what you want to do, whether that's related to what you eat, exercise, studying, work, or relationships. Friends, family, lover, beloved, husband, wife. Bhip has created a series of products that can actually help you get started if you want to eat fewer calories, and it still has to be easy and quick. And if you want energy, but maybe want energy without massive amounts of sugar and massive amounts of caffeine. So there are products developed to be quick, easy meals on the go with fewer calories, plenty of protein so you'll feel satiated and not lose muscle mass, which is really important when you're trying to slim down or lose some body fat, and that still contain enough nutrients that you're covered in terms of vitamins, minerals, trace elements and so forth. There are products that give you a gentle energy boost with a bit of caffeine, not massive amounts of added caffeine, but a bit of caffeine from natural sources, and without lots of added sugar and without lots of added artificial flavors if you want things that are not full of chemicals. And products that help regulate appetite, because if you actually choose to eat less and start getting rid of some body fat, you're probably going to feel hungry because your brain sort of struggles against weight loss no matter what. But if we can do something that eases that hunger you might have, then you're less likely to end up eating all the tempting things that you're trying to avoid because you're too hungry.